We should do rapid fire. Let's get these fashion questions out, and then let's send these people on their merry way. It's Friday night. They got.
We're not going to hear Rob's butt story, or no?
Well, I just don't think there's time. Rob washed his butt too much, and. All right, Schraub, come up. Can you do the Like,
you want the short version?
Yeah. What's the short version?
Oh gosh, I don't remember. Remind me. How did this all get started? By the way, it all got shittiest seats in the building.
I know. I don't know why they put chairs
These
there.
are reserved.
It's well. Also, part of that's my fault. Rob's describing.
This is your view the entire time.
Yeah. If you sit stage right here at the show, audience left, you look at the back of Dan's head most of the show.
Yeah. And his ass.
It's my fault. It's also my fault because I tend to talk to Jeff because I'm insecure.
That's okay.
And so then you're looking at my tight ass.
Also, at Everything is Festival, Joel and Cinematic Titanic is going to be on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So go to see that because it's super hilarious.
It's important to mention that our hero and mentor Joel Hodgson from Mystery Science Theater is here.
Yeah.
Joel Hodgson, truly a god among nerds and even some regular people. Joel, when Schraub and I moved to LA, we were strangers in a strange land. We had no idea what we were doing. And this other guy from the Midwest who we worshipped when we were in Milwaukee because we loved his show. He was out here in LA too, and he was a big part of making us comfortable out here. explaining to us like how disgusting it could be out here, and preparing us for that. And he's a good stand-up guy.
He's a great guy.
I miss him like the Dickens.
Missing Dickens.
Anyway.
You made the whole taint thing sound like we were like some serious Chuck and Buck shit. Hey man, you know what you gotta do? You gotta rub that taint when you're jerking off. It's not like that at all. I would be Chuck, right?
That's important to you? That's really petty. That's really petty,
He's
Rob.
Thinner, right? All right. But what? I mean, there's several chapters, decades.
Okay. Just stop me when you want to take over.
Okay.
Rob, at some point in his life, became obsessive about cleaning his anus. That was an uncharismatic.
Is that a really bad thing? But
no, of course not.
What's bad is how late in life I became obsessed.
You decided that you weren't. Yeah, that you would.
I don't think my mom potty trained me properly because I remember like. I don't know what it was. I don't know if my mom said it, but I got it in my head that all you had to do is wipe 3 times.
On the ceiling if you want me.
And
on the pipe.
If you wipe 3 times, I was never taught to look at the tissue. I was a kid. It was like wipe 3 times.
On the ceiling if you want.
And then flush. And the toilet paper magically makes the poop go away.
So,
which is not true if you've ever tried to get peanut butter
so then you felt
off the carpeting.
At a time and you...
Don't take 3 wipes.
What
Don't
what
take
goes
3
on in
wipes.
Wisconsin, by the way?
It's crazy over there.
So, but that's the setup. Is that so? What you started doing is you started like really kind of
going for it.
Yeah, like really
like
washing it,
making up for 20 years because God, I can't tell why. Yes, I can. Okay, so as a joke. Oh man, I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so.
She's married to you now. She can't do anything.
I want to stay married.
She's not going to divorce you for telling how you clean your butt.
So anyway, as a joke, back in the Dead Ale Wives days, when we would show our balls and our dicks and stuff like that, it was the funniest thing in the world. We thought we invented that.
Yeah.
I dropped my pants and I don't know, grabbed a towel and I wiped it, and it was shockingly dirty, soiled. And everybody goes, "Oh, nobody's more embarrassed than I am." And then our good friend Sean McKenna looked at me, who would pull his dick out and pee on your shoe as a joke and stuff. Looked
Yeah,
at me.
Sean had a bit he would do called the Star Wars trilogy, where he would do 3 things with his penis. Like he would make it a lightsaber with a pen light, and he would pretend it was Jabba the Hutt by making his ballsack talk, and then for Empire he would tuck it into its own foreskin and then pretend it was the big reptile creature trying to swallow the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
As his pinky was the Millennium Falcon as it flew away, and he would let his package like unpackage. The point being, Sean McKenna's not someone that you want that from derision. You don't take it lightly. Like it's like
that pre-Pulp Fiction comedy just was so easy back then. He had an impression of Jimmy Durante that could.
It involved a pair of glasses and his dick.
Yeah. His closer was Jimmy sneezing.
Yeah. Sometimes Jimmy had a cold. Let's move on.
So anyway, the guy who would do that,
Milwaukee.
as a joke, as a joke, I wiped my ass, and Sean goes, Jesus Christ! Do you ever wipe your ass? And it was like, it didn't make sense to me until that moment. So somebody hit rewind on the VCR in my head, and I rewound like from 24 to 4 going, oh my God, I am the most disgusting person in the world, and things started making sense. The dots were connected, and I was like, "Oh my God, is that why I don't have a girlfriend?" But after that, I went for it. I was like washing, it was scrubbing, and just like to OCD.
And that escalated, like because you found out you could get special shower heads.
When Kate, when we first moved in, Kate. Because she was the best girlfriend in the world and now is the most amazing wife in the world. Please applaud. Kate Freund, married to the Taint Master.
Which is
she buys me, as I think it was like a birthday present or a Christmas present, like a shower snake. You know where you attach it so you could do it? Just so I could really wash my ass.
Because you wanted to, not because she wanted you to.
No.
She knew it would make you happy.
I wanted to watch it. And because, I don't know, I got it in my head that the hotter the water, the cleaner it would be.
That makes sense.
And you know,
it works for dishes.
Right, yeah. That's what I did. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I remember there was a point where I was like,
guys
I have
are
my
fucking
leg up.
lunatics.
I have a leg up. I know. I'm really
you dressed
sorry.
like a
I've
woman.
Invited people.
You put on fishnets.
I look good.
I remember I'm in the shower, my leg hiked up, spraying, and the other hand is slowly turning up the heat. So I'm going and going like trying
One
to,
pill makes you.
yeah, just really trying, because I was trying to
You're trying to clean your
boil away 20 years worth of disgusting, terrible hygiene. And I remember like one time I went really too far. And
I think I got like an instant message, like an iChat.
well, that was like the night before New Year's. Because we went to Vegas with Davis and like Akiva Schaffer was there and Drew Carey was there and I was like, well, it's. Were you there, Kate? Were we dating it? Okay, all right. I don't know. Why
Well, it's New Year's Eve.
all right,
Time to.
better put on the top hat and tails here. Let's just really clean it up. And I remember. Did we drive? We drove there, right? I don't know. Somewhere between the shower and the stroke of midnight, things just were not right with the taint master. I was, and it was like I scalded my entire, I just was like, for a month, I was just like torn
heavens.
up.
So you went to this doctor. That's the story that I.
Okay, wait.
I didn't.
So I go to the
prologue?
Yeah, that's the prologue.
That's the crawl before we go to Tatooine.
That's It's a dark day for the rebellion.
Or Hoth. It could be Hoth.
Oh, they don't even know.
This is probably Hoth.
Your asshole needed to go to Hoth to cool down.
So I didn't have a doctor at the time, and Kate helps me find this. It was the worst. I had this terrible Armenian doctor that I went in there.
Which isn't. That's not. He wasn't terrible because he was
color.
Armenian.
That's
It
just
was
there
terrible
for flavor.
and Armenian.
That's not like Irish medicine.
No. It just, and I went in there, and I didn't sit down, and he's like, oh, what's so wrong with you?
He studied in Italy. He went to school in Bologna, I think.
Was his name Boyardian?
Oh, what's up? Had a chef's hat and curly, but
Boyardian?
oh, what's so wrong with you? What's so wrong?
Dr. Boyardian. You're needed in the meatball ward.
So we talk for a really long time. He says, "So what's the problem?" And I'm like, well, I think there's.
He might not have been Armenian, by the way.
I think I can't do an Armenian accent, so I just do Italian. Oh.
Was he jumping over barrels?
His secretary was a giant gorilla who had plus signs for teeth. So we talk about it for a while. So, well, I think I got something going on down there, and I'm worried about it. I'm trying to find out if there's a way that we can do something about it without me showing my butt. Not gonna happen. So he's like, well, why don't you take off your clothes and get up on the table? So I'm like, oh, Jesus.
That's a spicy butthole.
Oh.
Mamma mia! Marron!
So I get on the table and I'm naked. I'm naked and I'm on all fours. And we have a conversation with my nuts. Like, he's like looking here, and my nuts are hanging there. And he goes, all right, let's see what the problem is. And he goes, oh my, what did you do?
Mamma mia!
And I try to act like, what's going on? What do you got going on down there? And he's like, oh, it's all colored, discolored and everything. And I'm like, what, like blue? What's going on? And he's like, oh, okay. Well, he prescribes like all this junk that I'm supposed to put on there. And
all right, well,
yeah. So go to Found Crap.
yes, go to Found Crap. Everything is terrible.
The Taint Master, everybody. The Taint
Go to
Master.
Cinematic Titanic with Joel Hudson this Sunday.
That's Monster House writer Rob Schraub taking the stage.